Hey guys, what's up? It's Jasmine. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a story time on the absolute worst date I've ever been on ever in my life. So if you're interested in hearing about that tragic date, just stay tuned and keep on watching. Alright, so this story takes place when I was 18 years old. I just got out of high school and I basically was on Instagram a lot during this time. And during that time, I met this guy. He DM'd me on Instagram, and he was actually really cute, you guys. He was chocolate, because, you know, I like him chocolate. And he was, you know, really attractive. He played baseball from his pictures, and we got to talking, and we were just always on, like, Boo together, Skype. You know, back then, those were the ways to video chat. I think we used to always Kick. I don't know if you guys remember Kick. Yeah. So we used to always be on that, and we would always text each other. So we became like really good friends. So during this time period, you know, I got to learn a lot about him. He told me he was a baseball player. He told me he was 5'10", because, you know, I like him tall. Yeah. So he told me he was 5'10". He told me that he drove this like nice car. I can't remember the like exact car it was, but it was like a nice car for like an 18-year-old to have. Yeah, he told me he was 18. What else did he tell me? I don't know. I just learned a lot about him and stuff. So eventually he says, yo, I want to take you on a date. So we decided to go to a dinner and see a movie or whatever. So I'm excited, you know, getting ready for this day. I'm finally gonna meet this guy I've been talking to for a long time. So we get there. I get dropped off because, you know, at the time I didn't have a vehicle. But, you know, he knew that. And so I got dropped off, and I was waiting for him to come. So I end up calling him, and a lady answers the phone. And mind you, we decided to have this date at, I don't know if it's Camp Creek. If you're from Atlanta, you know where that is, Camp Creek. So, because that was like the halfway point from each of us. So, fast forward, I'm there, and I call his phone, and a lady answers the phone. And she says, hi, Jasmine. Yeah, he's on his way to meet you now. And I'm like, first off, she's like, this is his mom. And I'm like, first off, what? This is the number I've been texting. This is the number I've been talking to you on the phone with. So this is your mom's phone? And stuff like that. So I was like, okay, you know, maybe let me give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he left his phone. I don't know. So eventually the Kick number ends up texting me, or he ends up messaging me on Kick, and he says, you know, I'm here. And so I'm like, okay. So I look up, and this guy, you guys, this guy was in all white, dressed like, and I'm not one, you know, we all have bad outfit days. I was just confused because, like, when we were on Uvu and stuff, he will always, you know, back then the snapbacks and the earring and stuff, you know, that was swag back then. So I was like, you know, expecting to see that, but no, shorty was dressed like the uncles from the cookouts. Okay, he had on the big oversized all white t-shirt, button down t-shirt with the big old shorts and like some white sneakers. I mean he was all white, head to toe. So I was like, what the heck? The second thing I was like is, this man told me he was 5'10". Why is this man my height? Why? Or maybe even shorter. What? Then another thing is, I was confused because I used to always, whenever we Uvu'd and stuff, I always saw him with like a hat on. So his hairline, today he didn't have on a hat, so his hairline's going like, his hairline was just confused with everything. His hairline was just confused. That's the only way to describe it. So I see him. This guy is nothing like the guy I've been, you know, FaceTiming and Uvuing and Skyping with and all that. So I was so confused. So, you know, I couldn't let it go. I said, hey, you know, I thought you said you were 5'10". This man, y'all, this man says I'm 5'10" in my mind. What? You're 5'10" in your mind? You be 5'10" in your mind on your own time. Like, when you're meeting up with somebody, you need to tell them, you know, the truth so they know what to expect. Like, I was so confused, and I have nothing against short people. It's just like I was expecting this fine chocolate tall dream, and I'm looking at this short little nightmare. I was so confused. I really was. But I really wanted to see the movie, and you know what, I was like, whatever, it is what it is. I'm already here. Mariah had something to do, so it's not like she can come back, so let me just make the best of tonight. All right, we go into the movie theater, and basically the lady's asking for tickets and stuff, and the movie we were going to see, it was like rated R, plus there was a curfew for the movie theater because it was like ratchet and stuff. So there was a curfew, and you couldn't be like there unless if you were under like 18 or something like that. So we go there, and she says, well, yeah, there's a curfew, and plus the movie, you have to be 18 and up. So let me see your IDs. So I give her my ID. You know, I had just turned 18, so I'm feeling like grown, you know. He gives her his ID, and she's like, sir, you know, you have to be 18 and up. So I'm looking at him like, and I'm like, no, he is 18. And he was like, well, I'll be 18 in some later month, like September. Really, nigga? And I said, but you told me you were 18. And he was just like, I just feel like since it's so close, you know, like that's how I feel, I might as well be 18. No. So we couldn't go to the movie, and I was pissed because that was a movie I really did want to see. Like, so I was like, you know what, Jasmine, keep it together, keep it together. This man has lied about his height, lied about his swag, lied about everything, so, and his age. So I'm like, you know what, let me just stick it out. So he's like, well, we should just go get something to eat. And I'm just like, okay, let's go get something to eat. So we go to, like, where did we go? I want to say it was like Red Lobster. I don't know, Red Lobster. So we go there, we sit down, and, you know, we're just talking or whatever. I'm not having a good time, but I'm, you know, faking it till I make it. And he's looking through the menu, and he's like, you know what, I'm not really hungry, but you can eat though. What? If we're supposed to be on a date, why on earth would you tell me that you're not hungry, but you can eat though? You think I'm gonna sit across the table and just be eating? Is that what you think? No, let me tell you what it really was. I feel like he was just broke, saw the prices, and realized, you know, I don't want this to be on me, so you go ahead and eat. So of course we get up, and I say, you know what, it's fine, we can just go. So we get up and go, and we, mind you, we're getting in his car, right? Now this man, I'm just gonna say he drove a Mustang. This is what he told me, he drove a Mustang. I walk up to his car, it is this broke down hoopty, and I have no problem with that. Like, just don't lie about it. Like, I'm not superficial, I don't care about stuff like that. If you're driving a 1987 Dodge, I don't care, I really don't. Just don't lie and say you're driving a Mustang. Like, why? So we get in the car, and it's junky and everything. He's just like, oh, you know, this is my other car, my Mustang's in the shop. Really, dude? You must think I'm just the dumbest thing on the planet. Like, obviously you don't have a Mustang, and this is your real car. You would think, right? So we get in his car, and we're just, you know, driving around looking for stuff to do. And we decided we're just gonna take a walk around the place because there was nothing else to do. There's something we could do. We couldn't see a movie because he's too young. We couldn't eat because he was too broke. So yeah, so we're taking a walk, and y'all, this man had a spitting problem. Yes, a spitting problem. And it's not like spitting, like every time he talks, spitting comes out. I mean, it was purposely, he was purposely spitting after everything. Like, he would literally be like, yeah, so tomorrow I'm gonna go to the place, and it was literally like, you remember the SpongeBob episode where SpongeBob went to like rock bottom with all those like crazy looking fish, and they'll be like, how are you? It was literally just like that, I kid you not. And all I could think was while we were walking, if this man spits on my foot, there's going to be an issue. We're going to have some problems. So I kindly asked him, I said, you know, you're making me a little antsy because you keep spitting. So do you think it's okay if you could just like not do that? He said, oh yeah, that's fine, because you know I'm a baseball player, so this is what we do, this, that, and the third. And I just said, that's fine, but can you just stop? And he said, yeah. We keep walking. Did he stop? No. So my worst fear came true. He's talking and spitting and spit just flies on my foot. Mind you, I had on sandals, so it's like I walked into the spit and I was like, are you serious? Y'all, I wanted to die right then and there. I wanted to die, and I low-key like turned up on him because it was like, I asked you not to spit, yet here you go. So I said, oh my gosh, I told you not to spit on me. Like, I told you, like, stop spitting. Like, I don't understand. He's like, oh, my bad. This, that, and the third. So, yeah, at this point, it's nighttime. The date needs to come to an end now. But my ride, the plan was he was going to meet my ride on my side of town or whatever. So while we're in the car about to leave, he looks at the time and he's like, oh, I gotta get the car back to my mom. See, he forgot his lie. I gotta get the car back to my mom because I have to go watch my little brother. And so I said, I thought you said this was your car. And he said, oh, I mean, it is, but I let her use it, and this, that, and the third. And I'm just like, boy, bye. So, recap. He's lied about his height. He's lied about his age. He's broke. He's dressed in all white like he's about to get baptized. He has a spitting problem, spits on my foot, and has lied about his vehicle. So he really doesn't have a vehicle. It's his mom's car that he's using. And he lied about having a Mustang and all this other stuff. So he really just lied about his entire life. So in that moment, I'm like, okay, so you lied, but it's whatever. I don't appreciate you lying to me about all these things. So we kind of like get into it a little bit. And he's like, no, I really didn't lie. Like, this really is my car, this, that, and the third. And I'm just like, whatever. Like, I'm ready to go. You can take me to meet my ride now. And he's like, well, the thing is, I think it was like 9:20 something, because all the stores were closed. So he was like, the thing is, I have to get the car back to her because basically this is what it was. His mom needed the car, and his job was to go home and watch his little brother. So if he didn't give the car back to his mom in time, his mom was going to turn up on him because it was her car, and he had a curfew with the car. So basically what he's telling me is, I cannot take you to meet your ride. I have to leave you here. I said, so you can't take me? Like, I don't understand. He's like, I really don't have time. I really don't, like, this, that, and that. And I said, but that was the plan, I'm sorry. You could tell he's freaking out. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna call you when I get home to make sure your ride comes, like this, that, and the third. So I'm like, so I get out of the car, y'all. This man speeds off into oblivion, y'all. I mean, smoke coming from his car, everything. Like, he sped off. It's nighttime. I'm alone and I'm stranded. My ride is not answering the phone. I'm like, what in the world's going on? So I end up calling my best friend and telling her about it and stuff like that. She's just dying of laughter. And I'm just like, yeah. So I was stuck there literally for like 45 minutes waiting for my ride outside, alone. It's ratchet. A lot of things are going on, and I'm just stuck there. So I'm like, bet. So yeah, when I finally got picked up, I was just so happy. I was like, I'm never talking to this guy again. Whatever. The next day, he texts me. He kicks me off his mom's phone. Because, yeah, remember, he don't have a phone. And, he has a phone. He just didn't pay the bill on it. Whatever. So he kicks me. And he's like, hey, did you just checking to see if you got home safely? This, that, and the third. I had fun with you. I want to do this again. I'm thinking, dude, are you dumb? The day I go on a date with you again is the day that pigs fly. That's the day that I'm struck blind, deaf, and stupid. That is the day I will go on a date with you. And I just ignored the message and continued on with my life. He comes back later, like Yeah, he comes back like a few weeks later and he texts me like, you fake. Nigga, no, you're fake. You're fake. You're the one that lied to me about everything. You lied to me about your height, your phone, your car, your swag. You're broke. You just lied to me about everything. So how can you call me fake? I was honest from the jump about who I was. You weren't. So if you call me fake for not responding, so be it. I'll be fake just like you. So yeah, that is the worst date I've ever been on. Oh God, I'm getting reheated all over again, like PTSD from it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. If you guys want to hear more story times, then just let me know. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video.